Hello everybody! In the last weekend, I finished my little game for a Ludum Dare 46, which is probably the most popular game jam. That was my first try and here are the results. The main task was to create a game from zero in the 48 hours by one person. There is also a mode where you can create a game with other people, but I was starting on the compo mode, which is a classic Ludum Dare, and the theme was Keep It Alive. So I came with idea to have an animal and keep it alive. Here is a little gameplay, and I'm inviting you to try this game. And later, watch the next part of this video because I'm showing you the process of making the game. The first step was creating a tileset, because I like when the character is somewhere, not nowhere on the grey background, and I use colors from the Color Hunt website, and I just choose some kind of colors. Next, I draw the character and some food. I hard-coded them for the beginning because I don't want to click them all the time, and I use the basic algorithm when I'm searching all the scene, searching for food because the animal is always hungry, and later going to the closest one. Later, of course, I added a possibility for the player to give the food, but something went wrong and I needed to fix it. After a few changes, I had a working hand, which was giving the food, and everything was working, except the food was on the water, but I fixed this later. I was thinking about the enemies. For example, the pirates. The pirates are good, they are composing with the scene, because we have a lot of blue colors, and they can swim with the boats. Here, I was testing the aiming for the enemy, using the mouse, but of course not everything is perfect for the first try. And here we have the example when I fixed this, but the arrows were colliding with the enemies and I didn't want a situation like that. So I cleaned the layers and the arrows was working good. And of course I had a lot of funny bugs like this one when the ship wanted to take a revenge and kill the pirates instead. Later, I added an animation for a bow, and connecting the previous task, I had the pirates, which were aiming and shooting on the ship. But our ship is immortal. Probably the game won't be challenging if the ship can die, so I added the animation for the death and of course the death of enemies. At this point we have the basic gameplay, when we can control the ship using the food, and of course the enemies can kill us, and of course we can kill the enemies using the little kind of tactic. So we can add the boring stuff like main menu and the result score, because the user always like to get the feedback and know how they are good at this game. And of course the pause menu, because everybody like to have a break when somebody knocking to the door or calling on the phone, or maybe when we need to save the words. Going forward, adding the changes, I added the score on the top of the screen, and the last thing that I added this day was the upgrade of the tile map. I added few tile sets to have possibility to draw more complicated maps, not the full rectangle. For the next day, I focused on the polishing the game. For example, I redrew the main character. I also focused on the animation of the bow. Now it's aiming and rotating to the ship and it looks more realistic. Later, I took the time to record the music using my guitar and of course some kind of sound effects. Yum! After adding audio stuff, I was thinking about the level difficulties, so I added the easy one, normal and the keep it alive. The difference between them are the count of the ships. When you have the higher difficulty, you have the more ships managed to survive. The last thing that I added was the ray collision between the islands, because I didn't want the situation when the ship is going for the food for the another island. After this change, the more difficulties level were little easier and more enjoyable to play. And that was the end of this video. That was my first game jam, and I'm very happy that I took part of it, because that was great fun. I learned a lot of stuff, and I know I can do the little game on the 2 days. So thank you for watching, have a nice day, night, and whatever you want. Bye!